Just trying to help them out.
I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, let's get to the first topic of the night, Tim. I thought it'd be important. Let's just kind of get a quick refresher on some of the injuries, okay? You know, some information came out in terms of players that are starting on PUP lists, all that good stuff. Now, I asked AI, hey, look, go get me a compilation. Just go find everything that you know on the Packers injury situation right now. So if you guys and gals see anything that's inaccurate or something you want to add to it, throw it in the chat. We'll try to mark it and include y'all as well. Here we go. Packers pre-camp injury updates. All right. Bullet point 1, 3 Green Bay Packers rookies were placed on the physically unable to perform or the PUP list at the start of training camp. 5th round defensive end Colin Oliver. Notice they said defensive end too. Thought that was interesting because, you know, we've wondered is he going to play stack back or a defensive end. You know, that could be nothing, but I'm a firm believer of everything has a little bit of meaning to it. 7th round cornerback Micah Robinson. You know, we've talked about that a little bit, like, hey, what's his situation going to be like coming in as a 7th round pick? And 7th round offensive lineman John Williams, all due to undisclosed injuries. Tim, this kind of feels like why we haven't seen John Williams now, right? We were kind of wondering that, if you'll remember. It sounds like he might be battling some kind of injury. So those 3 players are expected to start on the PUP list. Just keep in mind, guys, they can be pulled off that list, right? Like it's just one of those things that if someone's not 100% as you start camp, then, hey, throw them on the PUP, and then you can add 3 more bodies to that 90-man or whatever the limit is now with the latest CBA agreements. So what do you think about that, Tim, that list there? I'm not overly concerned, but that kind of gives us a little answer to John Williams, I believe.
Yeah, especially with John Williams. Now we get some clarity, right? And then, you know, it's a little disheartening to see Micah Robinson there as well as Colin Oliver. And I love them listing him as a D end. I love that because we're not going to tell anybody what our plans are.
Right.
And it's probably a precautionary move for all or most of these guys this early in the year, but it's never good when you got guys starting on the PUP list, right? I heard Quay was mentioned in those names as well. Little disheartening, but it's early enough that things can change. And like you said, to your point, you know, they can be activated at any time. So we're just playing it cool right now, right?
Yeah, for sure. Coach Lynn says red shirt year for John Williams. Kind of feels like that. Yeah. And, you know, I remember, too, when we drafted Rasheed Walker in the 7th round, he didn't play a single snap his first year, right? To the best of my knowledge. I don't even know if he was active on game day. Then all of a sudden, bang, Bach gets hurt. You know, the following year, I believe it was, Rasheed comes out. He battled with, was it Caleb Jones, I believe, for that left tackle spot, and he just took it. And never looked back. So appreciate that, Coach. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Kind of does feel like a red shirt year there as well. So Colin Oliver missed most of his senior season at Oklahoma State because of a foot injury, participated in the Senior Bowl, but sat out all off-season practices. So that is worth mentioning there as well. John Williams started all 24 games at left tackle in his final 2 seasons at Cincinnati, but also missed all off-season practices. So it does feel like he's a true left tackle, although you know how the Packers are, Tim. They get him into camp, they're liable to play center. You never know, man. They're going to move him around to however they see fit there. So John Williams, obviously, a lot of reps at left tackle.
Yeah, for sure. Best 5 on the line, right? We don't care where they play. Let's go.
Exactly. Micah Robinson had a strong season at Tulane, took part in OTAs, but did not practice during minicamp. And there's a name we're going to mention here in a second that kind of catches my attention when we get into the depth chart aspect. We'll kind of save that for that segment of the show. But, yeah, Micah Robinson, you know, took part in OTAs but did not practice during minicamp. Kind of makes you wonder, did he tweak something at OTAs? And then he wasn't available for minicamp. Also, could have been something that, hey, they were trying to hold him out as much as possible. So maybe we do see him the first week of camp. We'll find out coming up this week for sure. Undrafted rookie running back Amar Johnson, an All-American from South Dakota State, will begin camp on the non-football injury NFI list. Is that true? An All-American? Somebody fact check that for me. I think AI might be on the sauce, Tim.
Hey, we'll take him.
From
South Dakota State alum in Green Bay. We'll take it, right?
And I'm wondering too, is there a separate All-American because that was a lower class, right? That's not Division I, I don't think. I still call it Division I because I'm a boomer. But we'll see if somebody could check that. Holmes said, "Yep, there you go." Wow, that's wild, man. If he's talking to us. That's right, Clay, Daryl, double confirmation. So there you go, man. We might have something in Amar Johnson for sure.
Hey, I love it. Goody strengthening up that already strong running back room, right? I mean, you got Marshawn Lloyd, you got Josh Jacobs, you got Emmanuel Wilson, you know, Amar Johnson here, UDFA. Gotta love it, man. Goody doing his thing to keep that running back room, you know, firing on all cylinders. And, you know, beginning camp on the NFI list is not the end of the world, right?
Right.
You know, we can work through that.
Definitely. Coach Lynn says, yeah, he was legit in college. I remember his PFF grades just being absolutely off the chart. We got Bates coming in with the facts here. It says Johnson had an All-American final season at South Dakota State with 1,222 rushing yards, averaged 6.3 yards, 30 receptions for another 233, and 15 total touchdowns. That'll get you in the conversation.
Let's salute Gangster Goody again. Thank you, sir.
And, you know, with the way the depth chart shakes out at running back, Tim, you're going to have Josh Jacobs, right? You're going to have Emmanuel Wilson. You'll have Marshawn Lloyd, Chris Brooks. You're already 4 deep, right? I think it's safe to say Amar Johnson probably going to try to put him on the practice squad, you know?
For sure.
And I hate to
at
say
the very least, keeping the room competitive, right? You got those guys
absolutely.
fighting for that bottom end of that running back room, whether we carry 3 or 4 or 2, who knows, right?
Right. Yeah. And, you know, it kind of feels like it'd probably be a redshirt year for him now. Or are you worried if you stash him on the practice squad, somebody else pick him up? And this is where some of these things happen sometimes too, where I'm just going to say this. I do know from following the New England Patriots for so long, you guys know if anybody's going to bend the rules, it's those cats. And I kind of respect that they're going to push it to the limit. But it was very, very commonplace for Bill Belichick to go to a rookie player, a young player that was not going to make the roster and go, your ankle's bothering you, isn't it? Yeah, we'll just go ahead and put you on IR. And, you get paid. And guess what? We'll get you back in here next year.
That's a way to protect your young players, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
We're going to go ahead and get Bates' comment off the screen real quick. We don't want to keep those stats up there too long. We don't want anyone to see what's going on with Mr. Johnson here.
Yeah, Amar Johnson.
He wasn't that good, blah, blah, blah.
Somebody go ahead and clip it. Amar Johnson sucks. I don't know why he's on the roster. You guys, you're not interested at all. Don't even pay any mind. Good news. Third round receiver Seavon Williams, who underwent labrum surgery, was not placed on any injury list and is cleared to fully participate in the first practice on Wednesday after being limited to individual drills and OTAs and minicamp. Tim, you remember they had the shoulder harness on him. We were all like, he plays physical. Sound like they got that squared away, and it was all precautionary to get him ready for camp.
Is that our answer then? So the harness was – he must have had the labrum surgery prior to minicamp, correct?
Yep. Guaranteed.
Okay, so that's a good sign. Here we are, you know, a couple of days away from training camp, and looks like he's good to go. I love it.
Blake B says, I thought Sav was or Savion. I don't know if I should say Save or Sav there, but we'll go Save. I thought Save was in the red jersey because they had a quarterback package for him. Eye emoji.
Hey, both can be true at the same time, right? You never know.
What I don't want to see, though, I don't want to see him come in at Wildcat quarterback and Jordan Love running a sluggo. You know what I mean? I don't want to see none of that.
Yeah. No. Just split J Money out wide and let him just run and then touch nobody, right? Keep him safe.
But I do know this, Blake. If for some reason we're in the middle of the season and all of a sudden Savion goes into the backfield and he lines up quarterback, I'm going to have to stand up for this play. You know what I mean? I'm coming
Heard
up
it from a fan right here.
Don't happen for sure. But that's great news there from Savion for sure. All right, additional positive update. 6th-round defensive tackle Warren Brinson for Georgia, who missed OTAs but participated in minicamp drills, has been cleared for camp with better opportunities to contribute following the release of veterans Nesta Jade Silvera and Cameron Young. So it sounds like our boy Warren Brinson good to go. Was he? Did I just say 6th round pick, Tim? Many people, as soon as we drafted him, they said, "There's T.J. Slayton's replacement." You know, T.J. Slayton, I think was I don't want to misspeak here. I want to say, was he a 5th? I know it was a later round pick.
Me on that.
Yeah. So, hey, Warren Brinson healthy. Let's go, man. That's going to be awesome getting him into camp for sure, and actually see what he's got there, man. And these are the fun things about covering the team and us going live on a daily basis during training camp, man. You want to hear Warren Brinson really impressive. Warren Brinson in the backfield all day. Warren Brinson seems to hold up well against the running attack. And we also want to kind of see where he's lined up. I know Tim's going to be out there at camp with a fake mustache on. He's going to be getting us all the inside information. So
yeah, absolutely, man. I'm going to do my best to just hide inside the crowd and get some shots when I can, right?
I can't hide anywhere, man. If I go to training camp, I'm going to be carrying around a Tupperware bin of that
elk stroganoff.
Elk stroganoff from 1919 Kitchen and Tap, man. There ain't no way I can.
That's how everyone will see you. You be the only one out there, 95 degrees, eating elk stroganoff in the parking lot,
leaned up against the fence, breathing heavy.
I love it.
All right, players on PUP or NFI can return to practice once medically cleared, possibly even before Wednesday's first practice. So even though we're listing these players that are starting on PUP or NFI, there's still a chance, Tim, that they could say, all right, this is just precautionary, and then come Wednesday, all right, they've been lifted, or the restrictions have been lifted off PUP and NFI. So just keep that in mind. This is very fluid. It could change at any particular moment, all right? Yeah. So Coach Matt LaFleur expressed concerns about the mental readiness of Oliver, Robinson, Williams, and Brinson due to missed offseason practices, noting it will become evident in fast-paced situations. So obviously, he's just kind of making the obvious more obvious that, hey, these are rookie players, and they've missed significant time in the OTAs, the offseason program already. They're already behind the eight ball. Some people just kind of roll their eyes at that. Oh, is it really that important? That's what slowed Edgerrin Cooper down, and it took a few weeks for us to get him really acclimated to the system, is because both Matt LaFleur and Jeff Hafley said he needs to learn where he needs to be, and that was because he was a little banged up in training camp, if you'll remember, Tim. So,
yeah, absolutely. It's important with rookies, right? Every snap, every rep, every practice that you miss, you're not able to go. You're going to miss, some of that mental acumen and the readiness that you need to play at the NFL level. We saw that last year. That's why I made the point from training camp last year to mention how much Quay Walker was taking Edgerrin Cooper under his wing during camp. When Coop was not able to go, Quay was making sure that he was by his side every step of the way, so he was not missing a step with those reps. And I think that was evident with the rookie year we saw from Edgerrin Cooper last year, that once he hit the field and he started getting regular snaps and that those rep counts went up, I think that a lot of that was a testament to, guys willing to take him under his wing and keep him focused early on, even though he was not able to go physically. And so it's important. I think coach is right, expressing concern. These are all rookie players, young players. Every day you miss, every minute you miss, it kind of stymies your growth going forward, no matter how talented you are.
No doubt, man. Blake B says this weekend's going to drag on for so long. I'm ready for some of those practice live tweets. Amen to that. And Holmes MD1 says first padded practice on July 29th. Yep. I love that everybody's fired up about it. And again, if you're new here at PTA, your first time tuning in, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media members. We're just fans just like you. We go live daily. We're going to be covering everything that was just mentioned in training camp. We'll be giving you guys live coverage every chance we get. We'll give you all of the latest around Packers training camp. So make sure you hit that like button, smash like, hit subscribe, turn the bell notification on. That way you get notified every time we go live, like we did this morning. Actually did a quick 20-minute episode this morning. Just wanted to break the Anthony Belton information there on the details of his contract. So again, just make sure you subscribe to the channel.